inside of you.
Blessings to all of you beautiful beings. It's Elena and I'm enchanted to have you be here on my channel. Hello and welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. If you're new, consider liking, subscribing, becoming part of my little YouTube family. And if you've been here before, hello and welcome back to each and every one of you amazing, glorious souls right across the screen. Lots of love, lots of warm hugs, and hopefully you and yours are safe. So this is my April plan with me. Let's not even mention how late it is in posting this video. In any case, I figured I'd share it anyways, and this is the last month in this bullet journal. You shall see what I mean. If you see my previous plan with me, this is a lot different than what I've normally done. I figured to change things up. So first things I do in this journal is add in a photo that kind of reminds me of past month, something like that, and it was for March. I picked this, to me, a cute photo of my husband during a little outing when we were having dessert, and how the little tiny cup of cappuccino looked in his hands. I thought it was just adorable, and he really doesn't like his picture being taken, so it's a rare occurrence for me being able to snag one of him. Anyways, so that is the picture I chose to kind of represent March. It makes me smile, and I'm going to add it into my little collection. Unfortunately, I won't be able to keep going with the photos for this bullet journal since this is the last month I'm putting things in, but I can, add them to my diaries or something like that. And I can't exactly put anything without adding the extra touch of stickers. Alright, so onto the month itself. The first thing that I've done kind of different throughout this month was kind of keep a consistent theme throughout it. I usually go by color and change up the themes during the weeks, but this time I did a whole theme, and I did a vintagey kind of collage type of look with lots of browns, neutrals, earth tones, and greens. And I just kept that whole theme throughout the whole entire month. Part of the way how I store some of my stickers, I have tons of binders and they're organized by theme. A lot of these vintage stickers came from my vintage sticker haul. If you're curious to check that out, I'm going to link it up at the top, as well as the Your Creative Studio vintage themed monthly boxes that I received. Since I had a ton of vintagey like stickers and colors and things like that, I figured why not make the best of it and use up a ton of them. Now, since it was April, and April showers bring May flowers, but at this point it seems like it was April snow around in my area, and now it's May showers that are gonna bring June flowers. But in any case, I kind of went alongside with the slight theme of April showers bring May flowers, and I did a little bit of decorating with a gold marker to kind of add that, April aesthetic to the stickers. The other thing that I've done different is, instead of doing just a regular outline of the dates for the calendar, I actually went ahead and did a whole calendar spread. That was actually very unnecessary for me to do since I didn't use it at all. I felt like there was just not enough room, but it was something to try, and well, I don't think I'm going to be doing a spread like that again. And that's the thing that I love about bullet journals, is just how wonderfully customizable they are, and I think I mentioned that in almost all of my Plan With Me videos. And you can change things up week to week, day to day, month to month, whatever fits your schedule, your lifestyle, your needs, whatever's going to be most helpful to you and most efficient. If you're creating spreads that are fun and quirky and that you're not using them, don't really use them again next month. Just, kind of avoid those and use the ones that you use most frequently. That little swing by of snacks was what I usually have for a snack. It's a very, Belarusian type of snack. It's toasted bread with butter and tea, and I don't know about you, but I feel like the simplicity of it is just how delicious it is. What is your favorite type of snack when you're either journaling or reading or things like that? Do you prefer tea or coffee? Let me know about how you snack alongside while you craft or read or just, do any kind of self-care. I am absolutely adoring all those ancient paper looking like stickers. Another new addition to my sticker collections are these press-on stickers or transfer stickers, where you kind of scratch them onto the paper and then they come off almost flush with the paper. They have been so wonderful to use, and I'm going to link all the supplies that I'm using down in the description if I can find their direct links, or if I can point you in the general direction if you want to check them out. But those transfer stickers are the cutest things ever. Doodling in some more of those raindrops to kind of keep alongside with the theme of April showers. Lila decided to stop by and say hi. Sniff around. I'm always concerned when the candle is lit and she kind of walks through my desk that she doesn't light her tail on fire. That would be quite unfortunate. The next spread that I'm doing is a spread or layout, that type of thing, for me to plan out my spells and rituals or any sort of meditations I want to do during that month. It's one of the spreads that I definitely enjoy using and I like keeping throughout my bullet journal. It lets me kind of prepare ahead of time and know what ingredients that I have and that sort of stuff. Those stickers have such an interesting texture. They're almost like there's bubbles stuck between the layers. So it's like a funky little, I don't know, plastic wrapped type of feeling. They were fun to use. Finding the perfect placement for stickers is one of the trickiest parts of doing this whole decorative process. I did a couple outlines for the rituals that I was planning, just to kind of help keep things organized. Now this spread is a transfer over of the spreads that I've been doing the past couple of months. Like I said, I really like it. I like keeping it in my journal, and I think I'm going to keep using it and incorporating it in my Plan With Me videos. Trying to remember the dates that I had planned out some of my rituals. A couple more of those raindrops in the gold marker, and onto the next spread. Again, this is a spread that I constantly keep bringing back. It is my gratitude or grateful or thankful type of spread where each day I kind of write down a thing or two that I'm thankful for. I used to have it kind of be a little bit more structured, but now I enjoyed kind of keeping it more loose and just like as a blank page, so I'm able to write through as much as possible and not be like limited to certain little areas. On the other side, I decided to do a little goals page and just keep track of a couple goals that I wanted to achieve that month. I did not get through all of them, but I did get half, so that's a win in my book. And my kitty decided to visit me again. She kind of hops on and off from the table, depending on how her mood goes. And totally and completely demanding cuddles. And then off she goes, most likely to harass my husband. Alright, onto another new spread that I did. I tried to do a whole week layout, that sort of thing, where I have on the left side kind of specific things I wanted to get done for that day of the week, and then I had meal plans on there as well for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. On the right side, I decided to try to do goals to reach for the whole week, and it kind of went into too much detail of this. I've done this spread for every start of the week throughout the month of April. I maybe have used it twice. I think it's just a little bit too much work and detail for doing it for every single week, and I've changed that up for the following month, which you will see in my next Plan With Me that should be out later this month for May. and I wrote down goals that I wanted to work on, for instance, health goals, spiritual, home goals, YouTube goals, Instagram, Etsy, and school. As I mentioned, there's the breakfast, lunch, and dinner on those sides. And it was just, I think it was too structured, too much for me to sustain it throughout the rest of my bullet journals, but it was fun spread to try out. Oh, yes, and of course, more vintage stickers. Alright, on to the first weekly spread. If you followed me on Instagram, you might have seen me post throughout my stories kind of how I plan out my days for the past month and, well, now past 2-3 months. I've been planning out my days per hourly instead of just kind of doing a task list. That way I feel like I can be a little bit more organized and a little bit more focused on how much time I'm allocating towards a specific thing, and that so to speak. So I decided to do a whole page spread for the day with a whole like timetable on the left-ish side. That's what you see that long thing is, starting from when I wake up to when I go to bed, just to kind of help keep myself organized. And it definitely helped. I definitely like the way this layout kind of works. I did modify it for the following month. I like how I can talk about the future month because I've already done that plan with me, and I already did this month and how I use the spreads, so I really like it. But those like other things on the right side of it that I put down, like extra goals, tasks, and that type of thing, I did not really use that. But again, it's definitely fun to try them out and to see what works, what doesn't work, that sort of stuff. I'm definitely not going to bore you with going through the whole, month worth of days. I'm just going to give you a brief overview, kind of how I went through and done the daily spreads, and then at the end there's going to be a flip through of all the pages because all of them were slightly decorated with like stickers and washi tape, etc. This form of kind of planning things out is definitely time consuming, I would say, but I really like the structure of like the squares and helping me kind of stay in place while organizing things and writing things down. Although I did switch it up a little bit the following month and it's less intense, a lot simplified, almost like a minimalistic type of journal, somewhere in between minimalist and artsy, and so far it's been working out. But this was a fun month to kind of try out a little bit more of an elaborate way to decorate, or an elaborate way to keep myself organized. Help me organize my brain. Those mushroom stickers are just the cutest stuff ever. And at the end of the week, I had kind of like a blank page that I just filled up either with decorating it, kind of like a collage-y layered look, or I added a quote or something just to kind of fill in that blank spot. Layering all these pieces pieces onto each other. It was so much fun, and I kind of love that look, that kind of slightly messy, old-fashioned, vintage type of look, and it fills up the page very quickly, very easily, with minimal effort. The quote that I chose for this spread, or this spot, is "Believe in yourself a little more." Onto doing the next weekly. And once that was done, decorate that little bottom corner of it. Erasing all the lines that I've done to kind of guide where I want to put stuff. And then another little quotes page. This was a very, very detailed monthly kind of spread in my bullet journal. I think it's the most detailed I've ever done one before, but I liked it. I didn't like some aspects of it. I did definitely switch things around for the following month, but I did like the hourly kind of guide that I've done. The quote that I used for this one is, "Storms make trees take deeper roots." And then, of course, layering a ton of stickers. And how can you have a tree quote without some trees? Like I said, these transfer stickers just are so satisfying to use. Alright, so this is the full flip through of the April Plan With Me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this theme, this vintagey theme. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments. I flipped through all of the days because they were just slightly decorated, and just to show you kind of how I ended up planning out my month and doing things that way. Thank you guys so much for sticking around this long. If you have made it this far, put down a little mushroom emoji in the comments. And with that, I will see you in the next video. Bye!